Hi, it's Jane with ScrapTasticyarns, and today there's one little item that I've been working on as far as crochet has been, and that has been Nan's Next Knots. I will show you it. The other things were the things for the UPMC mothers, and below I will provide a link down to the channel where they show one of the mothers in the hat, in the headband, and the baby in the hat, and the little onesie on the baby that UPMC does. This is with the McGee. Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but it's their birthing center. Here we know it as the birthplace, but it's called something McGee Women's something. I'll provide that down below. Anyway, okay. Nan drew number 6, and number 6 for me was the gold again. So that is where I'm at with this. This is a nice, it could be a lap robe if I wanted to stop here, just do an edging. But I am going to make it longer. I'm going to go for the full 20 weeks with this one. So there you have that. Okay, guys. I will tell you, I've been really working hard to do the things that I need to do around here in the house. And of course, that keeps me from crocheting. And you know, it's been an emotional roller coaster since Thomas passed away. So I'm trying to be a little kinder to myself. So I think we all need to be a little kinder to ourselves. We don't often do that, so that's what I've been doing this week, is just taking it nice and slow, making sure I get out there and get some fresh air, some exercise, and drink my water. Drink the water. This time is coffee. And yes, that does count towards your water intake, folks. Okay? But, along the way this past week, I had someone that commented about one of the shirts that I wore last week in the video. It was that hot pink shirt. Here's a fat girl's secret. If you want to get some nice, decent t-shirts, go to the men's department. Yeah, go to the men's department and look in the extra large. You know, they have 3X, 2X, 4X, extra large, and then they also have the 3X, the 2X, 3X, 4X, extra tall large. So you get a little more coverage, comes a little bit further. You can do a lot with those t-shirts. This is one of those t-shirts at Walmart. I think it was $5.98. Whereas if I get a t-shirt for me in the women's department that is a plus size, it's usually $16.98. Yeah, I'm all about saving money. So that is a fat girl's secret. And, you know, you can do a lot with these t-shirts. You know, I have one that is a little close to the neck. I don't like it, so I'm going to trim that up and do some other things with that. And, of course, I will show those things on my other channel, the So Scraptastic. I am working on getting that channel going a little bit more. You know, with things the way that they have been the past year and a half, 2 years, it's been difficult to keep up with just one channel, but now I have that extra time to do the second channel that I really wanted to do a lot of things with, and I have plans for those, and now I'm going to get to do those. But here's another thing I get to learn this week: putting in a window AC. Thomas always did that before. I have a neighbor that lives behind me. He has offered to come in and put it in for me. And I said, no, I want you to show me how to do it. That's what I want. That is my goal for this week, is to put in those window ACs. One in here and the one in the bedroom on my own with Abe's help. He will show me how to do those. He will walk me through it. And he said he'd do it if I wanted him to, but I want to learn to do it myself. So, that's what's on the agenda in this house this next week, besides sewing videos and more crochet content. Alright, like I said, down and dirty, quick and easy. As you know, yesterday there was an update to the shop with the bowl cozies, so you might want to go see that video. Check it out if you're looking for bowl cozies. They are $7 a piece. Price had to go up a little bit. You know, cost of everything's going up, which is just ridiculous. I don't know how we're ever going to see an end to this. Hopefully there will be, right? So now we all need more tips on how to save some money in the kitchen and at home and all that fun stuff, right? Alright, you ready for a little water intonation? I know I am. Idaho man walks with running chainsaw on his chin for the world record. An Idaho man with a hobby of breaking Guinness World Records achieved one of his most dangerous titles by walking 206 feet and 8 inches with a powered chainsaw balanced on his chin. Can you say crazy? David Rush, who has broken more than 200 Guinness World Records to promote STEM education, which is basically the sciences, took on the record for the farthest distance, walked balancing a chainsaw on the chin while it was powered up. I tried this record a couple of times before I officially broke it, but I was still terrified each time, Rush said. No doubt. I wore a helmet, gloves, a thick jacket, a neck gaiter, and long pants, but I still felt vulnerable. Yeah. Guinness World Record set the minimum distance to originate the record at 32.8 feet, and Rush surpassed the goal by walking 206 feet and 8 inches. Congratulations, Mr. Rush. I could say some things about your last name, but I won't. Now this next video is a rather interesting rescue. Entangled seagull zip lines across utility wire, an unusual rescue. And yes, it is an unusual rescue. A seagull left dangling from a utility wire due to some fishing line attached to its foot was rescued by firefighters who slid the bird along the cable like it was a zip line. The RSPCA said rescuers and firefighters responded to the Sutherland, England utility wire to rescue a seagull that had become trapped on a utility wire. Rescuers said the bird had a fishing hook caught on one of its feet and the attached line snagged on the cable while it was flying over it. Firefighters latched a throw line onto the bird and used it to slide the bird along the cable like a zip line until it was close enough to a pole to be reached by a rescuer. Veterinarians removed the fishing hook and rescuers said the gull will soon be returned to the wild. You know, there are all kinds of finds that people find at the thrift store or Goodwill. This one I think is rather amazing. 2,000-year-old Roman bust bought from Texas Goodwill for $34.99. A Texas antique dealers bought a bust for $34.99 from a thrift store and later learned it was a 2,000-year-old Roman relic. Laura Young said she was at the Goodwill store in Austin in 2018 when she spotted the bust with that $34.99 price tag. The head was on the floor under a display table, Young said. It definitely looked old. It was carved marble. Young brought the 52-pound bust and brought it home, snapping photos of the statue riding in the back seat of her car. Young later researched the bust and discovered it was Julio Claudian era piece depicting the Roman commander Nero Claudius Drusus Germanicus, also known as Drusus Germanicus or Drusus the Elder. "He's probably the coolest thing I'm ever going to find," she said. "That the most special. There's a lot of history there." Young shared her discovery with friends at a London auction house who confirmed her discovery. The bust was later to have been found listed on a 100-year catalog from a German art museum. The bust was brought to the U.S. by a World War II soldier. The piece will be displayed at the San Antonio Museum of Art for 1 year before returning to Germany. It hurt a little bit. It was bittersweet. Like, it's nice that there's a resolution to it and that it's working out for the best, she told KUT-FM. "It'll be a little bittersweet to see him in the museum, but he needs to go home. He wasn't supposed to be here." And on the video link, the newscasters are talking about how most likely it was a soldier that brought it home. You know, there's a lot of looting ratings sometimes, whatever. Spoils of war, you know, all that nonsense. And that most likely it got passed down in the family, and or that family member passed away and the rest of the family didn't know what to do with it, didn't know what it was, and just sent it off to Goodwill. Man opens emergency door, walks on wing after United flight lands in Chicago. You gotta wonder about some people sometimes. Authorities said they arrested a passenger at O'Hare International Airport in Chicago on Thursday after he opened the emergency exit on a flight that had just landed, walked onto the wing, and slid to the ground. Chicago police said the man was on a United Airlines flight that had just arrived from San Diego. Officials said the airliner was taxiing to the gate just before dawn Thursday when the man left his seat, opened up the plane's emergency door. Police officers arrested the impatient passenger after confronting him on the ground. Our ground crew stopped the individual outside of the aircraft, and the person is now with law enforcement. The plane then arrived at the gate, and all the passengers deplaned safely. The safety of our customers and crew is our highest priority. Other airport operations were not affected, and authorities said charges are pending against the man who left early. He wasn't immediately identified. Oh, and this one's even better. Thursday's incident came just a few weeks after another man, who was not a passenger, climbed onto the wing of an airplane at Chicago's Midway Airport while he was naked. Officials said that man had climbed the fence around the airport to get into the tarmac, but got caught in some barbed wire and disrobed before making it to the plane. Oh, people. Now, this next day I missed. It was the International No Diet Day, and it was started to promote body acceptance in 1992. International No Diet Day, an annual celebration of body acceptance observed on May the 6th, was started by a British feminist in 1992. Mary Evans Young, a feminist author and director of the British group Diet Breakers, organized the first No Diet Day in England on May the 5th, 1992. Young said she was inspired by her own struggles with anorexia nervosa and childhood bullying about her weight. The first No Diet Day was celebrated with a picnic attended by a few dozen women, but by the next year, international interest in the holiday was piqued. So the holiday was renamed International No Diet Day and moved to May the 6th to avoid conflicting with Cinco de Mayo. The holiday is marked today by various groups aiming to encourage body acceptance and raise awareness of harmful dieting practices. Other holidays include and observances for May the 6th is Child Care Provider Day, International Space Day, National Beverage Day, National Crepe Suzette Day, National Public Gardens Day, and No Pants Day. But not only that, but it's also known as Nurses Day. Let's not forget about our healthcare workers. And now it makes me wonder, did I wear pants on that day? I think I did. I missed an opportunity to have no pants. Oh well. I thought that today we would start with a nice, lovely devotion. Because devotions are very important to me lately. It helps get me out of my funk. So, yeah, we're going to start with this one. And this one is Walk With Me, Jesus, Daily Words of Hope and Encouragement. So here goes for May the 10th. Today marks a special day for you to recognize who you are in me. Don't think for a moment that your work is finished. You're about to take off on a spiritual adventure that'll shake your world. I'm calling you to a higher place, to a place that will honor heaven and set you on a rock. You're important in my kingdom. Think about this and hold fast to your calling. Don't let go. Don't allow yourselves to be weary or disheartened in planting good seeds, for the season of reaping the wonderful harvest you've planted is coming. And that is Galatians 6:9. So there you have it. That little bit of a devotional. Thought I would do that each week just because I enjoy it. All right, everybody, go out, have a blessed day. Bless somebody else. Love one another. Be kind to one another. Get out there and enjoy some of this beautiful sunshine. At least I hope it's sunshine where you're at. Enjoy the good weather and marvel at the world that our God has created for us. And again, enjoy. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.